Okay, hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Humbert here, and today we're going to be going over Unit 2, Note 9. So we're going to be talking about word problems this week. So we're going to go over just how we set up word problems when we have systems, as well as just reviewing solving systems by substitution and elimination and so forth. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 says that Campus Rentals rents 2 and 3 bedrooms apartment for $700 and $900 per month, respectively. So that means that the 2 bedrooms cost $700 and the 3 bedrooms cost $900. They had 6 vacant apartments and reported $4,600 in lost rent. And now it's our job to figure out how many were vacant then. So I'm going to let X represent the number of 2-bedroom and Y represent the number of 3 bedrooms. So in total, in 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms, we had 6 total vacant apartments. Okay, so for every X 2-bedroom, it cost us $700. For every Y 3-bedroom, it cost us $900. And that was equal to a loss of $4,600. So I'm actually going to solve this using substitution. I'm going to take this equation right here, and I'm going to solve it for X. So I'm going to subtract Y from both sides. So I get that X is equal to 6 minus Y. Now I'm going to plug that in for X right there. So then I get that 700 times 6 minus Y plus 900Y is equal to 4,600. So distributing in that 200, or that 700, sorry. 700 times 6 is 4,200, and that's going to be minus 700y plus 900y is equal to 4,600. Okay? So now when I combine those two, I'm left with 4,200 plus 200y is equal to 4,600. So now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and finish solving this. So I'm going to subtract that 4,200 over to the other side. So then I get that 200y is equal to 400. So I'm going to divide both sides by 200. And I get that y is equal to 2. Now remember that y represented our 3-bedroom apartments. So there are 2 3-bedroom apartments. So that's one of our answers. The next thing we need to do is figure out how many 2-bedrooms there were that were vacant. Okay? Well, we had this original equation of x plus y is equal to 6. So that means that x plus 2 needs to equal 6. So that means that x is equal to 4. So there are 4 vacant 2-bedroom apartments. Okay, so that concludes that problem. Now, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this next one. The second of 2 numbers is 5 more than twice the first. So when I think second of 2 numbers, for whatever reason, I instantly think of y. Okay, now is means equals. Okay, then I'm going to have 5 more than twice the first. So then I get y is equal to 5 plus 2x, and then the sum of the numbers is 44. Okay, so now I'm ready to do some substitution. So I know that y is equal to 5 plus 2x. So I'm going to go ahead and substitute it in down below. So instead of writing y, I'm going to write 5 plus 2x is equal to 44. So x plus 2x is 3x plus 5 now is equal to 44. Okay, so subtracting 5 from both sides, I get that 3x is equal to 39. Divide both sides by 3, and I get that x is equal to 13. So one of my numbers then is 13. So now I know that x is 13, so I'm going to plug it in for that x right there. So I get y is equal to 5 plus 2 times 13, not 3. So 5 plus 26, and 5 plus 26, not minus, 5 plus 26 is going to give me 31. So then I get that y is equal to 31. And just to check our answers, make sure they add up correctly, 31 plus 13 is going to be 44. So we know we did that one correctly. Okay, so let's take a look at number 3. So it says here that the state fair is a popular field trip destination. Okay, this year the senior class at Apple Valley High School and the senior class of Eastview High School both planned trips there. So Apple Valley rented and filled 8 vans and 8 buses with 240 students. Eastview filled 4 vans and 1 bus with 54 students. So each van had the same number of students, and so did the buses. So let's go ahead and set that up. So for every X van, so there were X people in the van, and there were 8 vans for Apple Valley. There were Y people in the bus, and there were 8 buses for Apple Valley, and that was a total sum of 240. So then there were 4 vans with X number of people for Eastview, and 1 bus with Y number of people for Eastview, and that is equal to 54. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this equation for Y. So I'm going to subtract that 4x over to the other side. So then I get that Y is equal to negative 4x, despite the fact that that looks like a Y, plus 54. So now this can be substituted in Y for that equation up there. So let's go ahead and let's do that. So I'm going to have 8x plus 8 times, now instead of writing Y, I'm going to write negative 4x plus 54 is equal to 240. Okay, so 8x, and then 8 times negative 4 is a negative 32x, and then 8 times 54 is going to give me 432, and that's equal to 240. Okay, so 8 minus 32 is negative 24x, plus 432 is equal to 240. So we're going to subtract the 432 from both sides, and we get negative 24x is equal to 240 minus 432, which is negative 192. Then we're going to divide both sides by a negative 24, and we end up getting x is equal to 8. So that's going to be the number of students in the van. So there's 8 students in each van. Now we need to figure out how many are in the bus. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in for x right there. So y is equal to a negative 4 times 8 plus 54. So really that's just negative 32 plus 54. And that's going to be 22. So y is equal to 22 students, and that's going to be in the bus. Okay, so those are your answers. Now, whenever you're doing word problems, you really want to make sure you're remembering that label. That's going to become really, really important. All right, so let's go ahead now and let's take a look at number 4. So Brenda is selling tickets at her the spring musical. Okay, on the first day of ticket sales, she sold 3 senior citizen tickets and 9 child tickets for $75. The school took in $67 on the second day with 8 senior citizen and 5 child tickets. So let's go ahead and let's set that up. So for the cost X of senior citizen tickets, she sold 3. For the cost Y of child tickets, she sold 9, and that was equal to 75. Okay. So then, for every X senior citizen ticket the next day, she sold 8. At price Y for child tickets, she sold 5, and that was equal to 67. So a lot of students look at this and they want to use elimination, and that is A-okay. You absolutely can use elimination on this one. But what I'm actually going to do is I am going to take this equation right there, and I'm going to divide everything by 3. Ooh, that's a sloppy 3. It's equal to 25, and then I can bring that 3y over to the other side. So another version of that equation is x is equal to a negative 3y plus 25. And I did that by solving this equation for x. So I divided everything by 3 and then subtracted to both sides. So let's go ahead and let's use substitution. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this guy right here and I'm going to substitute it in for x up there. So I'm going to get 8 times a negative 3y plus 25, close the parenthesis, plus 5y is equal to 67. Okay, so then negative 3 times 8 is going to give me a negative 24y plus 200 plus 5y is equal to 67. So then I'm going to subtract 200 from both sides. Combining like terms, negative 24y plus 5y is negative 19y. And then 67 minus 200 is going to give me a negative 133. Divide both sides by a negative 19, and I get y is equal to $7. Now that's for the child ticket, as I write like a child. Okay, so now we need to get the senior citizen ticket. So I'm going to plug it in for y there. So negative 3 times 7 plus 25. So negative 14 plus 25, well, that's going to be $4. So it's going to be $4 for the senior citizen ticket. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's move on to number 5, our last problem on here. So we're going to skip by that one. We're looking at this one. Okay, so this is number 5 for you guys. So Deshaun and Shayna are selling flower bulbs for a school fundraiser. Consumers can buy bags of windflower bulbs and bags of daffodil bulbs. Deshaun sold 10 bags of windflower bulbs and 12 bags of daffodil bulbs for $3.80. Shayna sold 6 bags of windflower bulbs and 8 bags of daffodil bulbs for $2.44. So I'm going to let X represent the price of windflower bulbs, and then I'm going to let Y represent the price of daffodil bulbs. So at price X, Deshaun sold 10 bags. At price Y, there we go. At price Y, he sold 12 bags, and that was equal to $380. Now down here, then Shayna sold 6 bags at price X and 8 bags at price Y, and that was equal to $2.44. Okay, so now I'll be honest with you, there's no good way to go about solving this using substitution. So I'm actually, even though this is substitution notes, I'm going to make my life easier and use elimination. So what I want to do is I want to think about the smallest number that both 6 and 10 multiply to. And that smallest number is 30. So I'm going to multiply the top one by a positive 3 and the bottom one by a negative 5. So the top one is going to become 30x plus 36y is equal to 1,140. Okay? Then the bottom one, it's going to be negative 30x minus 40y is equal to negative 1,220. So now I'm going to go ahead and add down the columns. So I got the opposite, so my 30s will cancel. 36y minus 40y is negative 4y. Okay, 1,140 minus 1,220 is going to give me negative 80. Divide both sides by a negative 4, and that's going to give me that it is going to be $20. So that is going to represent my daffodils. Okay, so my daffodils, if it'll let me draw F's, that would be awesome. Okay, is going to be $20. So next, let's go ahead and let's plug that in. So let's plug it in for y right here. You can plug it into either equation, remember. So I'm going to take the y out, and I'm going to put 20 in its place. And that's equal to 244. So 6x plus 8 times 20, which is 160, is equal to 244. Okay, so subtract the 160 over to the other side, and I get that 6x is equal to 84. So I'm going to divide both sides by 84, and I get that x is equal to $14 for the windflower. Okay, so that is going to conclude your note video for today. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for listening.